name's Megan Victor. I'm director over at the Lakes Region Humane Society in Ossipee, New Hampshire. Welcome to January. We don't have a whole lot going on this month. It's kind of quiet. We're just getting ready for the new year and settling up everything from December. We do have some wonderful cats that you're going to get to take a look at shortly, and a wonderful dog named Buster. We want to send a big thank you out to donor Dr. Peter Gray, who proposed a $10,000 matching gift challenge for our Christmas appeal letter. He proposed that if we were able to bring in $10,000 through that appeal letter, he would match it with a $10,000 donation in loving memory of his late wife, Ellen Gray, which was a successful fundraiser. So we're happy to say that we now have $20,000 going into the new year to provide medical care, food, shelter, and enrichment for our pets in need of homes. So thank you very much to everyone who helped with that challenge. Pet safety tips. Reminder that, lakes and rivers and ponds are starting to freeze. They may not be totally frozen yet. Please don't let your dogs run out there on that frozen ice. We don't want anybody, you or your dog, falling through the ice. The other tip is, as the snow falls, it covers up scents. That can mean sometimes that your pets might be more susceptible to getting lost if they stray away from home. So try to keep your pets on leash. And remember, if it's too cold outside for you, it's likely too cold outside for your pets. So dress them for the weather. If you have a Chihuahua or a small breed dog with short hair or a large breed dog with short hair, they sell sweaters and sweatshirts and jackets of all kinds now. So we suggest that you put those on those dogs. There are dogs like Akitas and mushing dogs that are prepared to be outside in the cold, but we ask that your indoor domesticated pets who aren't bred to be out in the cold stay nice and warm this winter, just like you'd like to be. Another idea is to thoroughly brush off your pets' underbellies and paws before they come inside. There's a lot of road salt out there which can cause pain to the paws. There's a little product called Musher's Secret, which is a waxy film that you can put on your dog's paws to keep the paws safe from the road salt and antifreeze, things like that, that can get into their paws as you take them for their daily walks and become irritating. You can also make your own. There's, if you Google Musher's Secret or paw protection online, there's a lot of really great ideas as to how you can make your own for free. On behalf of the pets and our Lakes Region Humane Society Board of Directors, all of our wonderful volunteers who help us take care of the pets daily, and our dedicated staff, I thank you very much for watching and wish you a safe and happy new year. Take care.
I'd like to introduce Miss Weiss. She's the beautiful Tortie that I'm giving lovings to right now. And this is Mr. Quick. These two cats did not live together, but they have seemed to really enjoy snuggling up with each other. I think because they're both a little shy and they kind of are drawn to each other for reassurance. Weiss is about a year old, is a little shy, and Quick is about 6 years old, and he was indoor-outdoor. She seems to be pretty happy being inside. They could actually go together and be pretty happy. So they are both up for adoption. So Weiss is a female, Quick is a male, and they are here at the Lakes Region Humane Society in Ossipee. So come on by and ask to see Weiss. I'd like to introduce Miss Lucy. She is very, very sweet. She's about 6 years old, about 7 years old. Would be happiest being inside. She was very, very shy when she first came. She absolutely loves to be petted and is really looking forward to some snuggle time with her next home. She's very, 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 very nice and would absolutely love to be adopted this winter, hopefully sooner. So if you're looking for someone, a cat that can be by herself, and that you can dote some attention to her and give her some serious TLC, that would be her jackpot. So come on by and ask to see Miss Lucy. I'd like to introduce Patches. He's a fairly new resident here at our Humane Society in Ossipee. He's declawed, so I wanted to make sure that information was the first and most important thing about him. It's fairly rare to have a declawed cat come and be surrendered. He's a large guy. And he was pretty nervous when he first came, but we have found him to be pretty nice. He's happier being out of a crate than in, we have found. He's, a big guy, very, very much doesn't mind being brushed, which is important for a long-haired cat. You need to keep up with that. He's about 6 years old, microchipped, as all the other cats and dogs are. He is up for adoption, so come on by and see Mr. Patches. I'd like to introduce Bella. She's about 5 years old. She came to us from another shelter and has done pretty well here. She's a little bit more reserved and not as outgoing as some of the other adult cats. She tends to want to climb a little bit higher. She would be happy in a fairly quiet home. We find that she's loves to be touched and just melts when you start to pet her. But she probably would be not quite as prone to climbing up high and finding her own space in her own home. So she is very nice. She's a small little cat, but she is an adult. She is up to date on all vaccines, microchipped, and is ready to be adopted. So come on by and see Miss Beautiful Bella. I'd like to introduce an adult male cat named GW, and he was named GW after he was brought in as a stray on the Governor Wentworth Highway in New Hampshire. He's a very relaxed cat. He seems to take everything in stride. Has no problem meeting new people here that visit us at the shelter. Doesn't seem to get too worked up about much. He would probably be okay with another cat in the house. We're not sure quite why he's not adopted yet. It's just not his time yet, but he is a wonderful cat, and he would be even happier in his forever home. So come on by and ask to see GW. I'd like to introduce Uno. Uno is a transfer from the Laconia shelter, just like Miss Bella. And Uno is not necessarily a super snuggly cat. She's, but might be a little more open to being petted and snuggled with if she was, maybe had her own space. And she's with other cats and does okay, but she'll let you know when she's had enough, which is not a bad thing. She's a short-haired black cat. She's about 7 years old. Would probably like just a sunny window and some her own space. She can do what she wants when she wants. Does very well here at the shelter. So she's a little bit sassy, which is okay. She's up to date on all vaccines and microchipped and ready to be adopted. So come on by and ask for Uno. I'd like to introduce Ohm. She's about 3 years old. She's a tortoiseshell she has some beautiful white toes. She is very friendly and she's the kind of cat that looks for attention and would be, she does like to play a little bit and snuggle a little bit, so you kind of get the best of both worlds. She doesn't mind being combed and brushed and loves to be scratched and would be probably okay with kids. Would be happy too with a senior citizen also. I don't know about dogs. We have not tested her with dogs yet, but seems to be doing very well here at our shelter. So if you're looking for a cat with a little bit of everything, she might fit your bill. So Ohm is up to date on all vaccines and is microchipped and ready to go out the door. We have two very shy cats, Tabs and Penny, who are just absolutely beautiful cats and might be happier with each other, actually. They didn't come together, but they've kind of been snuggling and really appreciate the company of each other. If somebody's willing to take some time and just let them relax at home and just have a nice open mind, they would be wonderful cats. So you can't just bring these girls home and say, okay, ready to go. So have an open mind, and I think they would be a lot happier than they are here at the shelter. They're very shy and a little skittish. So we're looking for forever homes for these girls. So if you have any questions about Penny and Tabs, go ahead and give us a call. I'd like to introduce Lily. She came to us, owner surrender, and is a little shy, and we spend a lot of time with her. We've had volunteers sit with her and talk to her. She seems to be still nervous, and we were told that she hid in the house a lot of the time. She's made some great progress. You can touch her, but it's on her own terms. She seems to be making lots of progress, and we'd really like to find her her forever home. So we'd want to have a nice discussion. If you're interested in Lily, she is very beautiful, and we want to make sure she gets her great home and doesn't have to spend the winter here at the Humane Society. We'd like her to be find the best match and have it be forever. So come on by and ask to see Miss Lily. I'd like to introduce Buster. He's about a little under a year. He's maybe got some hound in him, maybe some lab. He's got some energy. So he's definitely, I can see him with a family. I can see him with a couple. I can see him with a single person. He is a good student and is very smart and would be a little more easier as far as energy and manners. Obedience class would be wonderful for him. He's missing a little bit of the manners, but I think he'd be a great student. He's got a lot of potential. He's kind of goofy. So we're looking for somebody that's going to take a little time with him. Make sure he gets exercise because he's still got that puppy energy. He's a wonderful dog. It would be a great addition to most families. Not sure if he's lived with a cat. I can't remember off the top of my head, but we can check that out if you're interested. Like I said, he's definitely a little goofy. He has no problem being combed, is wonderful, pulls a little bit without a harness, so we would definitely encourage somebody to use a harness, and he's very good about putting it on, has no problems with it. So he's a smart dog that just needs to be challenged a little bit, and somebody that's willing to work with him. So come on by, hang out with Buster, spend some time with him, and maybe he'll be your forever home. I'd like to introduce one of our newest dogs. This is Loki. He's about 2 years old. He is microchipped. He's up to date on all vaccines. He is a solid dog, I'll tell you. He's got a big heart, and he doesn't know that he's a big dog. He just wants to be right next to you. He came to us as an owner surrender, and I think there was a little too much activity in the home, and he got a little overstimulated. He is definitely a solid dog, and he's got some energy, but he really wants to be with somebody and have that connection. He really needs that. He's doing very well as far as house training. He's really he's come along much further than we thought. We weren't sure how he was gonna be at the shelter because it's stressful. It's scary for a new animal. And he's a big guy, but he's got a big, huge heart, and he really has a lot to offer. Somebody. So we're thinking a home without kids, adult children, some young people would be perfect. Somebody with some time and some energy, and maybe work from home would even be better. He really just is looking forward to being adopted. So come on by and ask to see Loki. We would love to meet you, and he would also love to be adopted as soon as possible.